Did you hear what they had to say? And I said, no, I didn't hear what they had to say. No, I did not hear what they had to say. And then finally I went and heard it, and I never heard my name. I never heard them actually say Ariel Helwani, but it was very clear that they were talking about me. I saw two guys who were drinking at whatever point of the day it was, morning, night, afternoon. I saw two guys who needed to muster up the liquid courage to talk about me, but not even really talk about me. What was up with that? You guys had to drink in order to respond to little old me, puny little old me, the soy boy. And by the way, I'm an oat milk guy. Call me oat boy. Or you could call me goat boy, whatever you want. Soy, not a big fan, but whatever the hell that insult means, I'll wear it proudly. What, does this pink shirt make you guys uncomfortable? The fuck are you talking about with these stupid insults? And so you sit there and you don't even have the balls. You don't even have the guts to say my name. Cowards. You have to drink. You have to respond to me at the beginning of your show. Never put anything in your title. Entitle it journalist beef, right? To get more views. Who's trying to profit off who now? Who starts their show with this? Who ends their show with this? You say that, hey, I need 17 guests to come on my show. You guys could just sit in front of the camera and talk, and people want to hear what you have to say. You need the big dogs to come on to get you over. And then you invite me to come on your show. Who needs who? I would never invite you bozos on my show. The only reason I had you guys on my show was because my good friend was doing PR for you guys way back in the day and asked me as a favor to have you guys on. I remember when I asked Brendan Schaub to come on my show many moons ago, and he said he has his own podcast. He doesn't need to go on other people's podcasts. And I said, cool, best of luck, bro. And now you're inviting me, the guy who needs guests to get over, to come on the show that doesn't need guests? How does that all make sense? Can't say my name, taking shots. And this is the big difference between you guys and myself, and why it would be great if this ended. The big difference is you guys, and especially you, Brendan, you will continue to lie. You will play by a different set of rules. I will never lie. There are no skeletons in this closet. I will never lie to you guys. I will never make stuff up. I will never come out here and just pretend that I know things. I will never bend the truth. You will. So we're playing by a different set of rules. So you'll continue to come on there and say, I got fired by ESPN. Got fired. Like, that's such a funny joke. Again, I'll tell you, call them up right now. Do you want my boss's name? Call them up. I'll even freaking fax you, email you, scan, text you the offer that they sent me. No one got fired. By the way, didn't you have a cup of coffee doing SportsCenter stuff with ESPN back in the day? I saw you in Bristol. I saw you with your little suit. What happened to that? What happened to that cup of coffee? Who actually got let go from ESPN back in the day? If we want to go to, didn't you have a cup of coffee with UFC Tonight and Fox back in the day? I think they thought that you were maybe one of the best brains for the arts. What happened to that? And so he'll continue to bend the truth. He'll continue to say that I was fired by ESPN, even though I wasn't. I'm doing way better now, way happier, financially, all these things. Continue to say that. We'll come up with the asinine excuse that, or story, I don't even know what it was, that I'm banned from the city of Las Vegas. What the F does that mean? I mean, it's like at this point, what am I doing here? I almost feel bad. It feels so one-sided at this point. I legit feel bad for you guys. This is the best you got? This is your best shot? Coming up that I'm banned from the city of Las Vegas, that I can't go to your rinky-dink comedy show with the other 25 people in attendance that you claim was sold out, yet on every website, 50% off, Groupon this, discount code that? What are you talking about, banned from Las Vegas? Were you trying to say banned from the UFC, even though that's not true either? Or did you actually really believe that I was banned from Las Vegas? Because if you did, I was there in August for SummerSlam. I just did a deal with another sports book. I don't know what the F you are talking about. You think these guys want to be in business with me? If I'm like, why am I even paying attention to this? Why am I even answering this? I don't know. And people now keep saying, have mercy, don't punch down, don't do this. Listen, again, I will repeat, this all could have ended if you just would have apologized like you said you were going to on your show, because you didn't talk about me being a bad journalist or a bad host or a bad interviewer. You were talking about my character, and that means a lot. You were talking about my integrity, and that means a lot. My jobs, my well-being, my livelihood. You were talking about my family. And that's where things get a little dicey for me. And so I would say, as far as a response is concerned, I was like trying to rate it. I was trying to rate the response. Best I could come up with, 1.7 out of 10. That was the best I could come up with. 1.7 at best, maybe 1.6, 1.7. You know that number, right? You've heard of that number, the 1.7, lowest rated comedy show in the history of IMDb. At least that's what I'm told. At least that's what the people are saying. Weak, phony, and then you got Bryan sitting there like, hey, you're causing trouble. You don't want this, I don't want that. Bryan Callen is so afraid of me at this point. He doesn't want me to open up that closet and release everything that's in there. Well, call me up, beg me to stop this, do all this nonsense, text me, call me 2 minutes later, and then go on the show and not deliver what he said he was going to deliver, which was to clear the air and to end this once and for all. You're not fooling anyone. And the amazing thing about all of this is the amount of people that have reached out to me to talk about you guys. Holy shit. I could not believe the amount of people on a daily basis to talk to me about you guys. Man, you guys have pissed off a lot of people over the last 5 years. People that you wouldn't even believe that are coming out of the woodwork to reach out to me. People I've never met, people I haven't talked to tell me, let me tell you about the time this happened and that happened and this time. Now, I have a line. I don't think you guys have a line, but I have a line, all right? I'm not going to make this personal. But rest assured, there are people begging me to make this personal. End this now. End this now. There are people begging me to make this personal. You're going to go back on your show and drink like a bunch of drunken slobs and talk shit about me. It's not happening anymore. You're going to go out there and say that I don't have the balls to say this to your face. Did you forget at my puniest that I stood in front of some of the scariest mofos on this planet? Rampage Jackson. Did you forget that I stood in front of Nick Diaz when he wanted to kill me? Rampage when he wanted to smack my head off? Did you forget Mayhem Miller face to face? And I didn't, I'm not a fighter. I'm not here to fight. I quoted Hit 'Em Up, which is one of the greatest songs of all time by Tupac. I'm not trying to fight you guys. That's probably the only thing you can do better than me, is fight. And you didn't do a great job of that as well. But hey, respect. You stepped in there. I never did. But the lowest common denominator is always, oh yeah, you can't, you're not man enough to fight. Oh, you want to go toe to toe? You won't say this to my face. I double dare you today, Junior. Speak. I never asked to fight you guys. I just said make it right. I said stop talking shit about me, and you won't, and you keep it up. And now you have nothing else to say, and so now you're going to challenge me to a fight. And so you're going to say, hey, you won't have the balls to say this to our face. You don't have the balls to say. And then you got the other dudes coming out like Josh Thompson and all these dudes, John McCarthy, all these guys. Look at the difference between those guys and the guys like Dom Cruz, like Michael Bisping, like DC, like Chael. The guys who are confident and comfortable in their skin and in their place in the sport and in their place in the history of the sport. They don't have to go out there and talk shit about journalists, talk shit about media, putting them down, making them feel like they're less adequate. The people who have put in the time as well, they don't have to do that. These guys try to come out of the woodwork to defend their Lord and Saviors, whether it's Rogan or Schaub, and then they come out and make it all about themselves. When did my credentials have anything to do with any of this? When did have I ever called myself an analyst? Have you ever seen me standing in front of this screen with a little pen and a little screen breaking down fights? No, I've never done it. I'm not that guy. I've never been that guy. But if you want to know what my credentials are, and if you want to know if I'm allowed or worthy enough to sit here and talk about this and interview the baddest men and women on the planet. I have a piece of paper at my home in Montreal from one of the greatest broadcasting schools in the world, Syracuse University, the SI Newhouse School of Public Communications, that allows me to do this for a living, to talk into this. And so if we want to talk about credentials, we want to talk about who should be there and who shouldn't, what are your credentials? What allows you to talk in front of this microphone? By the way, John McCarthy, when you left the sport, and all due respect to you, you send me nice text messages all the time, but then you go on and talk shit about me on your show. Who called you out when you left the sport to, to do broadcasting for the Fight Network, to be the John Madden of MMA? Who said that you didn't deserve to speak in front of a microphone, to speak on camera? Where were your credentials? You're not a broadcaster. You've never done this. No one did, because they respected you, because you put in the work and you're a legend and an OG of the game. Same with Josh Thompson. What are your credentials to speak in? Because you walk the walk? No. We're talking about credentials here. I have a degree in journalism. I have a degree in broadcasting. What do you guys have? I'm not trying to fight. I'm not trying to go. You're coming into my world. I'm allowed to talk into this because I have a degree that says I'm allowed. So stop trying to question me. Stop trying to take shots at my credibility. I've been doing this for 15 years. I was going to your fights when a lot of other people weren't. Stop trying to make this about yourself. This isn't about you guys. This was about one hater, one jealous, insecure, fake phony who kept coming out and talking about me time and again for the past 5 years, talking about my career, my livelihood, who spread lies about 199, who spread lies about me being a good teammate, a bad teammate, when we all know it came from one source, and I cleared it up with him. It would be nice if he came out and rectified that, but that's on him. Who came out and said that the only reason I did the Jake Paul stuff was because he turned it down, who came out and said that I was fired from ESPN. Do you understand why this pisses me off? Do you understand why the sight of you two bozos pisses me off? Because you keep coming out there and you think that you're getting over on me. You think you're more successful than me. You say that I'm back at square one, working for an incredible company. Trust me, I have been around the block. I have worked for a bunch of people. Do we want to go through the list now of how many people I'm working with? Partners, people who are supporting me. Who's partnering with you guys? Who are you working with? I remember you on Fox. Not anymore. How's that going? How's the ESPN stuff going? How's the Showtime stuff going? How's all that going? If I'm so bad to work with, why did Vox want me back? Why did they want me back if I was so bad to work with? And all these other people. You sound like clowns. You sound like bozos. This can all end very quickly. And so let's go back to the thing, because you got a bunch of people, again, people trying to make it about themselves. You got all the hanger-oners. You got this washed up, old Mufasa looking like character in my comments all day, all night, trying to get a piece of the pie, trying to get the rub, trying to get put over by Helwani. And so let me answer you guys very clearly, because I've been waiting to, give you the response that you oh so desire, that you oh so crave from me, because you're looking for little old me, little skinny ass, soft soy boy me to come on your show and to put you over. And so my answer is yes. I'd be happy to come on your show. Pick the time, pick the place, bring all your friends, bring all your joke writers, because I know you don't come up with your own crappy material yourself. Bring all those guys, and I'll come by myself. I'd be happy to come on. You know what? I want the show to sound as good as possible, and I want the show to look as good as possible. I want the lighting to be just right. I want to be comfortable. So I'll tell you what. You want me to come on your show? I'll come on. Pick the day, pick the time. No problem, Chico. Anytime. But I'm going to do it from this seat right here, where I'm comfortable, in front of this beautiful microphone that I've been given by the great people at Vox Media. And you'll come on here. And I think you guys could do live, even though you don't for whatever reason. We're live, baby. This is a shoot, all right? And we'll talk. And you can simulcast it. You can do whatever you want with it. But I'll talk here, too. And I'll have people who can watch it live on our channel, or they can watch it live on your channel that you guys own, that you're so proud of. Go ahead. You can do that. So tell me, anytime you want. Do you want to do that? I'll happily do that. I'll say everything that I've said to your face and then some via a screen. Oh, wait, screen not enough? You said you'd come to New York, right? Anytime. Let me know. Again, it'll be the guys in the back over here, but you both can come. Anytime. Again, I think you have me confused with a coward, with a phony. I have stood in front of some of the baddest guys on the planet, and some of them have made me nervous, but I never back down. I never flinch. If that's not good enough for you, how about this? Why don't I just call you right now? I'm sure you're watching. You don't think I have the balls to say any of this to your face? You think I'm actually afraid of you guys? What are you going to do? Beat me up? What are you going to do? Slap me? That's what you're going to resort to? Fathers, professionals, broadcasters? What are you going to do? You don't think I have the balls? Here we go. Here's balls. Who's going to pick up now? It's from my phone. Didn't tell the guys in the back about this. You don't think I have the balls to say any of this to you? You don't think I have the balls to say this to you guys? Let's try Callen. He wants to make peace. Let's call him right now. How about that? He texted me. Here we go. Let's see if he picks up. Nothing? What happened, guys? Oh, am I catching you off guard? The same way you talk shit about me over and over and over and over and over again? Is that catching you off guard? What is that? Come on, dog. You think I'm afraid of you guys? Call me back. I'll be here all day. We'll hash it out because you want to make things public, right? You want to make things public. You want to talk about my livelihood publicly. You want to talk about my situation, about the people that I work with. Look at all the people standing up for me now. Look at all the fighters who have my back. Look at all the people liking those posts. Who has your back? Who's looking out for you? Who's defending you guys? Let me know. And so fine, you don't want to talk? Fine. We'll do it on the show here. We'll do it in person, or we could just drop all of this once and for all. And you give me what I want. I want you to go out there on your show and say that you lied about me constantly, over and over again, for whatever stupid reason, because you're jealous. I don't know what it is. Never had an issue, and I always kept my mouth shut. High Road Helwani. High Road Helwani. No more. Say that I'm a soy boy, that I'm a this, I'm a that. I remember you crying on air. That's why I'm a soy boy? Because I cried once? Because someone said that they were going to end my career, put a bullet in my head? Why were you crying on air again? I think it was about your friend, right? What happened then? I forgot about that story. What happened then? Someone can remind me what happened then. I can't remember. An amazing ability to fail up. From Rogan to everyone in between. That's what you should be proud of, that you've worked for all these people and none of them are beside you now. Again, I'll tag you. I'll come and say right to your face, I'll talk about you. I am not afraid. In fact, I was able to unearth a clip from back in the day of you actually, for some bizarre reason, saying that I make you nervous. Who would have thought? I've never claimed to be a fighter. I've never claimed to be a person who wants to go in there. I've only shown the utmost respect to everyone. And I never even hated on you guys. You guys did a great thing. You were given something that was really special on a silver platter. But what you have done over the last few years is kick everyone while they were down, talk shit about people, lie about people, make people miserable. I'm in Montreal visiting my family, and I have to listen to you sitting on your stupid little chair talking shit about me, about my career, about people not wanting to, like all this nonsense. If you can't get it through your thick head with your hairstyle that seems to change every single freaking day, with your nice little clothes and your cool little hat and your facial and all this stuff, because you're so damn insecure. If you can't get it through that head of yours, that this would bother me, that this would offend me, that this would piss me off, that enough was enough, I don't know what to say. And so I can't wait for you guys to go back on your show with your stupid little bits and not say my name once again and drink and stutter and make a fool of yourselves and pretend, Bryan, like you want all this to end, like you want to be peaceful, like you want to be positive and talk about how you're a successful comedian. And meanwhile, post a picture of you in front of 25 guys at some club in Las Vegas that no one's heard of. Meanwhile, Michael Bisping, in an amazing twist of fate, is posting a picture in front of 10,000 people all over England. I mean, the jokes write themselves. Josh Thompson, God bless. I know you want me to, to make you famous. I know you want me to talk back to you and all this stuff. Just do me a favor. When we go back and forth on Twitter, come up with your own material, Bubba. Come up with your own material. Stop stealing people's tweets. Stop stealing their ideas. Stop making this about you. It was never about you. It was never about Big John and your little podcast that you guys keep talking about is the greatest in the world. Based on what metric? I have a YouTube channel that I haven't touched in a decade. I have more subscribers than you on that thing. Get out of here. And now I'm talking to people that are just, for me, journalists, sports, outside of the MMA world, and I still have more subscribers than you. Enough was enough. I'm done with this. And so I'll tell you one last time, as clearly as can be, F Brendan Schaub, F Bryan Callen, F the Fighter and the Kid, F Below the Belt, F the Food Truck Diaries, and their whole mother effing crew. And if you want to be down with them, Mufasa, looking like that dude in the back of the bodega, the 99 cents erotic novels. Look, I mean, what the hell is going on with that guy? Shrimp, dude with the websites in the back. If you want to be down with them, then F you too. I'm not afraid of any of you guys, okay? Leave me alone once and for all. I'm not here to fight you. I come in peace. But I'm not going to let you guys try to bully and intimidate me or anyone else. And this goes out to anyone out there who feels like they are being bullied, intimidated, crapped on, shit on, kicked while they're down by anyone out there who's bigger and tougher and who weighs more and puts more, stuff in their body and pumps more iron than you. F that. Stick up for yourself, puff your chest out, and speak your damn truth. Enough of these guys. I'm done with them. And so you want to do the simulcast? Great. You want to come in here? Great. You want to call me back right now? Great. If not, stop talking about me. Stop doing the little dance where you're not talking about me. Stop doing all of that nonsense. End it right here and now. Don't bring me up again. And if you do, I'll be back here on Monday to eviscerate you again. And I'll keep this going. You don't know Petty Helwani. I will keep it going until the end of my days. I will keep this going over and over, and I'll keep opening that closet a little more and a little more and a little more and a little more. All right? Final warning. Come at the king. Best not miss. Stay in your damn lane. Talk about the weather.